Greetings, nerdlings, and welcome to AmalgamNation presents World of Lorecraft, Zonecraft, Blackrock Mountain Edition. The mountain is actually a volcano that was created at the end of the War of the Three Hammers, when the Dark Iron Dwarf Lord Thorasan accidentally summoned Ragnaros, the Fire Lord, from his prison beneath the earth. The power unleashed by his rebirth was so massive it shattered a large section of the Red Ridge Mountains, creating the areas now known as the Searing Gorge and Burning Steppes. Ragnaros enslaved the Dark Iron Dwarf clan, and they have dug many tunnels and created a huge underground city in the depths of the mountain. Dwarves would later name this mountain Blackrock Spire. The name Blackrock Mountain and Blackrock Spire predates the coming of the orcs. Blackrock Spire is the part of Blackrock Mountain that is above ground, and Blackrock Depths is the parts underneath the mountain. During the events of the First War, the Blackrock clan of orcs had taken over the upper reaches of the mountain, led by Chieftain Rend Blackhand. They eventually struck a deal with the current head of the Black Dragonflight, Nefarian. During the Second War, the Blackrock Mountain was the headquarters of the Horde. When this war was ending, one of the fiercest battles in the history of Azeroth took place here, the assault on Blackrock Spire. Both Ragnaros and Nefarian now wage a brutal war for supremacy and control of the mountain. Ragnaros controls his Dark Iron Dwarves and their various machines and golems, as well as an army of elementals, beasts and powerful lieutenants such as Baron Geddon, Gar and Sulfurin. As an elemental lord, he has also gained the favour of the Twilight's Hammer. Nefarian controls the Blackrock tribe of orcs, a small army of trolls and ogres, as well as his dragon lieutenants and his latest invention, the chromatic dragonflight. Nefarian leads from his throne overlooking the mountain, while Ragnaros leads from its very volcanic core. The two rivals both hope to raise a powerful army that can take over Azeroth. We are fortunate that they spend most of their efforts fighting each other and not the mortal races, for then we would surely be doomed. Blackrock Mountain in the Cataclysm expansion. The Blackrock Mountain becomes the home of two more locations, Blackrock Caverns and the raid Blackwing Descent. The caverns serve as a transport route from the mountains to the Twilight Highlands, where the Twilight Hammer's base can be found. Blackwing Descent is an extension of Blackwing Lair. According to the lore, after Nefarian's death at the hands of heroes from the Alliance and Horde, Deathwing collected the heads of his children and resurrected the two dragons. Nefarian now rules from the centre of Blackwing Descent. Upon his return to Azeroth, Deathwing, the patriarch of the Black Dragons, somehow managed to convince Ragnaros to join him in an alliance in order to destroy the mortal races of Azeroth. Although Ragnaros himself is currently in the Firelands, his alliance with Deathwing will no doubt have some major effect on the current situation inside Blackrock Mountain. However, the full nature of this effect is not known. Geography of Blackrock Mountain. There are 6 dungeons in Blackrock Mountain suitable for players starting level 50 and increasing in difficulty. Blackrock Depths is a 5-player instance recommended for players level 48 to 60. Blackrock Spire is usually divided into 2 parts. Lower Blackrock Spire, which is a 5-player instance recommended for players level 52 to 60, and Upper Blackrock Spire is a 10-player raid instance recommended for players level 52 to 60. Molten Core is the first 40-player raid instance recommended for players level 60 plus. Blackwing Lair is a 40-player raid instance recommended for players level 60 plus after the Molten Core in difficulty. World of Warcraft Cataclysm introduced Blackrock Caverns, which is an introductory 5-player dungeon for level 80 to 81 players, and Blackwing Descent, which is a 10 or 25-player raid inspired by Blackwing Lair and features Nefarian as a boss. There are no flight paths or battlegrounds in this zone. Additional information about Blackrock Spire, or Blackrock Mountain, I should say. One of the realms in World of Warcraft is named after Blackrock Mountain. Although appearing on both the Searing Gorge and the Burning Steppes maps, Blackrock Mountain is treated by the game as being a separate zone. The passage between Searing Gorge and Burning Steppes is free of all mobs. Up until extremely recently, the interior of Blackrock Mountain was a no-mount area and players were forced to traverse the zone on foot. This was changed in patch 3.3.3, although it was undocumented. Outside, facing east from the mountain, is a large cube block viewable from adjacent zones, which hides a secret balcony. Inside it contains 2 collapsed passages, one barred one and one throne similar to the Emperor's. This room is a copy of Nefarian's lair in Blackwing Lair, where you fight Nefarian, and also hosts an entrance to the Blackwing Descent raid instance from World of Warcraft Cataclysm. Thank you for watching, and as always remember, play to game and game to play.